Yo, folks, what is cracking? Yeah, back on live. Welcome to my channel. The Savage of Wall Street is back, baby. That's right. All right, so let me just get situated here. I got a new phone because the last one was acting out, and so yeah, for some reason the last phone I had, it just was not working when it came down to I guess going live, and I had to go on 90-degree mode as opposed to horizontal, and it was kind of weird, but it's just the way it was working. And every time I would try to go live, I would go in horizontal, and it automatically would flip it um, to vertical. So it was weird. However, I didn't want to come out of pocket with $1,000 for a new phone. I do everything on my phone. Yes, I do stuff on my laptops, but my phone is really, everything that I need when it comes to just having a life where I'm the father of three children who require a lot of time, as well as I work, and I manage everything through my phone. I have Excel spreadsheets, PDFs, all that stuff on my phone, and so I need a really good phone, and I was not gonna spend $1,000 just to go on lives, but it happens so that there was a sale on some phones, and I was able to grab one that's worth like $1,400-$1,500 for one third of that, and so I was able to put the spend on one of my new credit cards, so I could meet that minimum spend and buy a new phone. Also, this phone comes with free insurance because of a credit card that I have, so I'm saving $45 a month because it's $15 per phone a month on insurance, and it's three phones because my daughter now, she's 10, and she feels that she requires and needs her own line because there's a lot going on, and in case of emergencies, she requires her own phone now. She plays soccer. She's in a soccer team, and she's also in dance club at school. She's very active. She did break her arm right before the finals on her soccer team. They're really good, and she was heartbroken. So I just, I as a father, I said, you know what, sweetie, you do need your own phone, and I ended up getting this new phone for her, and so she has her own line now, and I have free insurance for four phones. I'm sorry, for three phones, which is $45 a month. It's over $500 in a year that I'm saving on insurance. And I mean, it's just, that's the way you use credit cards, man. It was a good deal not to pass up. And so that it is. It is what it is. Now, back to what we are here for. Hello, folks. It's been a few months since I went on a live, and I'm going to do a recap of the Savage 10 and see where we are now. It's been a minute. A lot has gone on, in my life. I don't know if you guys follow me on are on Discord, with me. You guys know that I got off the hamster wheel a while back, and I went back on. However, I'm kind of like, sometimes working, sometimes not. My wife has actually left the workforce so she can spend more time with the children, and she went back to get her MBA. How did we do that? Well, I've been able to be a lot more helpful with paying bills because of stocks and cover calls. So every so often I come upon someone new that it's not versed on the cover calls, and so they just don't think you're able to leave work and to make a living by selling cover calls, cash secure puts, using your stock basically as collateral, and it's quite possible. I mean, I'm doing it. I'm not full time, on my own as I was before, but my wife is. So now, she's not working. She's, like I said, spending more time, being a housewife, and I'm kind of the one that's taking more of responsibility. Um, and so the kids' insurance, and our insurance, medications and stuff like that play a very big role. And so it I've been working a lot more. It's hard to justify taking 5-6 hours a week when I work, and then you know having three children, one of which is preteen, and she's able, she requires a lot of time. She plays soccer full time, like I said. So I just it's really hard to justify not spending time with them when I'm doing lives, right? But it's a new day. The Savage 10 have taken off, man. It's very interesting because I was actually watching the last live that I did, and so in it I was talking about being patient, having patience, and when it comes to SoFi, UiPath, Unity, AI, Roblox, um, let me see, Matterport, Tesla, Rivian, a lot of these companies that I was talking about the last time I made a live, which was, I don't know, 3-4 months back, maybe a little more. Those companies have taken off, and the credit, I mean, the covered calls on them are very juicy now. And if you are into any of those stocks that are the Savage 10, I mean, the proof is there. You can look at my past videos and see what I was talking about, and just telling people to be patient and to just gobble up as much stock as possible, because it was just a matter of time and having patience. I was looking at how much people were selling SoFi and Unity and AI and even Tesla. They were selling it in the 150s, 140s, and I was saying I don't understand why these people are selling, because these stocks are primed to take off, in a while. I didn't give it specific time because I did say we were in a bearish market, which we were. However, it's a new day, right? And things are cyclical. So now we're here, and I decided I'm going to do a live so that I can kind of touch base with folks and see where people at. All right, let's see here. Hello, bro. I'm German. Scorpion. What up, Scorpion? Greetings from Uzbekistan. Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing? Where are you from, bro? America? Yes, I'm from America, man. Rotate your camera, buddy. Really? You guys have not seen me on horizontal? Can you guys make a comment and let me know if you guys are seeing me on a horizontal? That would be cool. Because I can see here on my camera, that I'm kind of, kind of like a 9 by 16. But are you guys watching me kind of tilted? Can someone on the chat let me know if you guys can see me? And am I tilted? Because if not, this is this is not working, and I gotta tilt back the camera. Someone make a comment. Go ahead. Let's see here. Really? Wow. Okay, that's weird. All right, let's see here. Let me see something. Oh, that's weird, man. All right. Let's see here. Did this fix it? Oh man, thank you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the settings. I don't know. I honestly, I can't for the life of me know what's up. So we're gonna keep it like this, I guess. This is a phone, and I don't know why. I don't know what's going on with the settings, but hey, I'm here, and like I said, um, let me just go here on the comments so that I can be a little more um, social with you guys. Here we go. I'm just trying to see myself on the live, trying to make sure I have a good audio, and everything is peachy, hunky dory. Let's see here. Yeah, no, it's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's good. All right. Yeah, man, that's really, really weird. Let's see. Wow. It's a trip that you guys can't. I see myself in a really weird angle on the screen, and yet on the phone, it seems like it's perfect. So I don't know. It's one of those things, man. Um, I don't know what to say. I don't know how to explain it. I guess I'm just going to have to, write to to YouTube and see if it's something with my settings. I've went over everything I think I needed to take care of, and obviously it's not working. So the gist of it is the fact that you guys are watching, right? And we're trying to make money. And hello, after so many months of being away. Good to see you guys again, and read you guys out. You know, so welcome to my channel, Savage of Wall Street here, and gonna go over the Savage 10, man. Which are the Savage 10? I'm gonna pick 10 stocks that I trade regularly, and I'm going to see where they're at, see where they've been, and we're gonna try to then you know doing our due diligence, see perhaps where we're going with it. At the end of the day, I'm an investor, and hopefully you guys are as well. I wish I could tell you, there's this one hot stock, you know, and you're gonna have to buy, 1,000 shares of it, and you can retire, in 15, 10 years. Just hold it. But that's not the way it works, right? For every one company, that's successful and it can last for, 20, 30 years or more, there's 20 companies that, go down in history as just another statistic, right? So it's one of those things that you just have to have patience, right? And you have to know what you're holding. You have to do your due diligence. But the number one rule, right? The number one rule of investing is do not invest money that you're not willing to lose, right? So that's the number one thing. And that's kind of where you have to begin. Just a quick little story that just happened actually yesterday, and I mentioned it to some of my buddies on Discord, right? A guy from work randomly, calls me. This now I work with a lot of people with different companies, and so I sometimes work with someone, every 3 months, every 6 months, but never every time, right? However, this guy out of the blue, rung me up, and he's like, "Hey, a little birdie told me that you are kind of a guru when it comes to the stock market. What can I do with $5,000?" And I'm like, like, who is this? And then he kind of tells me who he is, and then he basically goes and states, "Now, come on, buddy, tell me what the hot stock is." I was actually at a loss for words. Number one, I was eating, so this is during lunchtime, right? So then I know this guy's calling me during his lunchtime. Number two, I have never gotten a phone call from this guy before, and that wasn't work related, right? And basically, he said, he's never called me to say, hey, how are you doing? How's your daughter doing with her broken arm? Or, you know, how's the family? Oh, thanks, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas. None of that. I've never gotten a phone call from him like that. So out of the blue, I get a phone call from some random guy, right? That I kind of work with, and he's telling me that he wants to make money, and I need to tell him what the hot stock is, and he has $5,000. So I'm just like, dude, I'm eating right now. Um, this is not the time. And so if we ever work together again, when we work together again, um, we'll have lunch, and then we can go over your personal situation. Because I mean, everybody's different, right? I don't know what your situation is. I don't know what you're trying to uh, what your end game is, right? Like what you're trying to do with this money, how you're trying to generate it, what is it 401k? Is this retirement money? Is this um, play money? Is this something that you're just basically getting into? Are you long term? Are you short term? You know, are you trying to do you have kids? Are you trying to save money for their college fund? There's so many variables, right? Because everyone is different, and so this guy's like, yeah, well, I'm just trying. He literally said, yeah, well, I'm just trying to make money. And I'm just like, yeah, you know what, dude, I can't do this right now. We'll talk some other time. But anyways, that rubbed me the wrong way, right? And I just figured, you know, uh, it's just I don't know what to say, man. I guess we all know someone like that, right? Um, if we're investors, uh, we all know people that are like just they want to know what the hot stock is, and they want to know what they can buy when to sell. And it's like, dude, I don't have a crystal ball, and if I did, and I knew how things are gonna go, I would be with on the phone with Jamie Dimon, right, or Warren Buffett, and saying, hey, look, I know this is gonna happen for sure. Give me $4 billion, and we'll partner up, right? But that's not the way things work, man. So, anyways, I just figured, I'm just gonna go back and do my videos, and if people want to watch them, and make some money, take the plunge. That's great. That's pretty much why I've done this channel. I just want the everyday person, that doesn't have the means to pay thousands of dollars to any outfit out there like a Charles Schwab or a JP Morgan, so they can manage their money. First of all, you will need like millions of dollars for them to even consider you, right? Otherwise, you're just like a regular Joe Schmo. You'll never talk to anyone, man. You may talk to an intern, if you have like $1 billion or something, but they'll never take you seriously. And that's the bottom line of this game. It's like nobody has your best interest at heart more than yourself, right? You know what your finances are, you know what your goals are, and nobody's going to care about your money more than you, and that's just the bottom line. So I figured, I'm going to start making videos again. At some point, I may, I don't know, go in one-on-ones with people or whatnot, and then we can go over your personal, portfolio when you feel like you have, enough in the game. But honestly, like I just want to make videos for the regular person that's thinking about, investing. And I say go for it. This is the time to start. It's honestly, the time to start was like last year or the year before, but you know you can go down. It's just take the plunge. Buy $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 of something. Every check you get, put $100 into, like, Robin Hood, man, or um, Webull, right? You can open up, an account with Charles Schwab. You can manage your own account, quite honestly. And after a while, when they notice that you kind of have an idea what you're doing, they're going to open up more settings for you and options so that you can in fact sell options if you desire to do so. Um, and so that's why I'm here. I just want you guys to know that I wish I was best friends with each and every one of you guys, like, and you guys live down the street, so we could, like, have beers every week, have a cup of wine, and some, tapas, right, and then go over our portfolios, and that would be so cool, But unfortunately, some of you guys are on the other side of the world. Some people are actually on the other side of the country in other states. Some people are like here in California with me, but you guys are like way down south, right? I'm in the San Francisco Bay. So, we're all from different parts of the world. The one thing that we do have in common, though, is that we are investors. And that's the main thing, right? You have to be someone that's investing. You have to have a long-term mindset. This is not a rich get rich quick scheme, right? There's always somebody that's like, hey, I just want to put $1,000, $10,000 in this and make $1,000,000 and go away. And unfortunately, there's people out there that know that there's people like that, and they are easy to take your money. They quickly will say, oh yeah, I have this, I know this company. Like Grant Cardone is one of them. He's just such a vulture. This guy says, you have $10,000, $5,000, put it into my equity firm, and then in a year I'll return, 10 times the money. And it's like, if you have somebody telling you they're gonna return 10 times your investment for sure in a year or two, run. That is my that is just my advice. If someone is telling you for sure they're going to return, 5, 6, 7 times, 10 times your money in a year, and they want your cold hard cash right now, please run for the hills, because that guy or that young lady or older lady, you'll never see them again. You definitely will not see your money again. I can guarantee that. Anyways, so yeah, that's kind of the reason why I just decided to come back and start making videos again. Hopefully, I'll be able to make videos horizontally soon. When I figure this out, man, I don't know what's going on, but um, let's talk about our Savage 10, right? Where are we at? Rivian, right? Rivian is $13 now. I believe the last time I made a video, Rivian, ticker RIVN, um, I think it was like $7, $8, $9 or something like that. So, $9 to $13, that's a $6 swing. I would say that's more than 50%, right? In the last 5, 6 months. That's a lot. If a stock can return, 10%, 15% in a year, and you can get that in your portfolio, you've already outperformed the market. The market is usually between 5% and 10% back on your original investment, right? On your on the capital that you began your investments with. And so, if you bought Rivian and that's all you did 5 months ago, 6 months ago, right now to this point, you've already outperformed the market, right? And that's kind of where you want to be. I've been writing covered calls on Rivian. I was writing tens for a while just because the premiums are so good, right? If you go in here and you look at the premiums, right, where Rivian is, you'll see that the premiums are actually, they're pretty high. I don't know how many people from the Discord that I'm on are trading Rivian, But if you compare, Rivian to SoFi and to AI and to UiPath and to Unity and so on and so forth, you'll see that the percentage that you get back, um, it's pretty good. It's a company that it's, I believe, going to be the next Tesla, but it's the next Tesla of trucks, SUVs, right? Um, I knew that they were the real deal when they signed a contract with Tesla so that they can use their infrastructure to power up their trucks, right? That's the main thing is they were working on the infrastructure and it was just taking them a long time. Tesla is just leaps and bounds ahead of everybody else. So what did they do? They said, you know what? We're just going to go with Tesla, use their infrastructure, and have our people be happy. So if you were to take a trip anywhere in California, I don't know about Oregon and Seattle or Washington. I'm guessing there's a lot of stations along the way, right? Um, but you can easily go from here to Nevada, and you can charge, your car one time. The SUVs for Rivian, the R1S, I believe, has like 435 miles per charge, and it's a really really good car. It's a beast. I've actually driven one, and holy moly, it's a great car. So I see them getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and once in California people start getting that $7,500 credit, um, in addition to other credits, so that they can buy a Rivian, it's gonna be beautiful. I'm telling you right now. I see Rivians all the time in the Bay Area, and that's how I saw it with Tesla. If you can, you don't have to believe me, right? Like you can go back on my videos that I did 6, 7 months ago, and where I was talking about Rivian, I was saying the same thing. I was like, I feel as if this was the Tesla all over again. Whenever I used to see Teslas, 15 years ago, 12 years ago in San Francisco and the Bay Area, I would just say, that's a really cool car. And then you start seeing more of them and more of them and more of them. Now they're a direct competitor to Ford and GMC, and they're putting those guys out of business, right? So that's the same way that I feel with Rivian. It's the same exact way I feel with Rivian. And it's just a matter of time and getting their infrastructure. And don't forget, I was making videos before they had inked some contracts with Volkswagen. Volkswagen is giving Rivian like $5.8 billion so they can have access to their batteries. So that's a big deal. If other companies like Volkswagen, right, are starting to say, hey, Rivian is way ahead with the battery, it's just a matter of time before other companies start coming in. And better yet, what if Rivian takes over, other companies and decides to just start expanding that way? I think that they just announced that they're going to open up um, another another factory down in Georgia. So now they have stopped being as aggressive with Arizona, and I think it's back in full swing. And I think Georgia's going to open up now. So I mean, it's just a matter of time, you know. So yeah, Rivian is at $13 now. I think it was $7 or $8 when I was talking about it. A few months back, and I was telling people this is one of my Savage 10 stocks. I'm looking at it to go, through the roof. It's almost doubled since then. So I don't know. It's just one of those where I really like the company, and I think they're just in the infancy. And anything under $25 it's a steal for Rivian. So at this point, I'm selling, $15 covered calls, a couple of months away, and I'm taking in big premiums, and I'm using that premium to sell cash secure puts, on Rivian so that I can acquire more stock and cheaper. And I'm just gonna keep expanding my portfolio. I think my portfolio has more than doubled since I made the last video, and it's just one of those things where, man, I'm telling you, there was a number that was just evading me and evading me and evading me, and I finally crossed it. And once I crossed that number, it's just kept on going up. All right, let's see here what you guys have in the comments. Main man, dude, what's up, dude? Main man, and take Mexico and push them down to South America. What you think? Uber stock, Dogecoin. Yeah, I don't do crypto, man. I just don't, because it's not backed by anything. When it comes to the stock market, I like stocks that I do research in. Every single stock I own, I've done over 100 hours of research on, right? So I feel very confident when I invest in a company that I'm going to hold that stock at least 5 years, and that's my number one rule is if I'm going to invest in a company, it's got to be long term, and it's got to be a company that I don't mind holding for 5 years. And whether it goes up and down, that's just it's cyclical. Everything is cyclical. But I have a number in mind, right? And so once we get to that number, I start setting, cover calls, and I just start taking in premiums. We can play the game of waiting. That's fine. I mean, I don't have a problem being patient, but if a stock I bought at $3-4 is now $10, $9, and I'm waiting for it to go to 20, it's gonna take a while for it to go to 20. Again, I'm not a magician. I'm not going to go and try to guess the market. But what I will do is I will make sure that I'm taking in money, and have the stocks that are in my portfolio pay me rent. And that's the way that I see the stock is as a tenant of my portfolio. And if you're going to be in there, you're going to have to pay me rent. And if you can't pay rent, I'm going to give you a warning. And after a few months of you not paying rent, you're going to have to get evicted, right? And then I'm going to have to get another tenant. And that's just the way it is. You can't have feelings involved when it comes to this game of investing, right? I was selling $9 and $10 cover calls for SoFi, and then I sold some nines, and I got way ahead, over. I'm underwater with those, and then I just decided, you know what? I don't care. My average is under 8, so I decided to roll them to 12s for 2026. I took in over $1 premium. It is what it is. I have several thousands of those, shares, and if they go for $12, then they go for $12. Then I'm gonna get a big chunk of change, in January 2026, and I want to use that money to then sell cash secure puts on other companies that I'm looking at. I mean, I'm still in on SoFi. There's some portfolios that I have not sold any covered calls on, but I have sold a majority of my position on covered calls. I see SoFi going to $100. I've said it before. It's a three handle a stock, and that's where it's going. What's up, Mr. Premium of the option? No squatters allowed, baby. That's right, man. No squatters allowed. And that's just the way it is. But for every SoFi, there's a Matterport, right? There's a PagerDuty. There's a Matterport, and then there's a Unity and UiPath. And so, not every stock is going to take off, and go 200% up, 300% up. It's just not the way that it works. So the majority of my covered calls, I'm totally okay with. I watched this cat, TJ the Wheel Deal, and I make comments here and there. And the guy has he has a term that he uses, and I think, what is it? He gets caught with his hand in the cookie jar. That's what he calls it. So that's it. That's what happened with SoFi. I got caught with my hand in the cookie jar, and I got, I'm getting slapped. But I've gotten slapped before, so it's like, it's okay. At the end of the day, The bottom line is to make money in the stock market, right? It's so that you can invest in companies and those companies do well that you're investing in, and so that you can make money in the long term. Bottom line. Um, I sell covered calls, and I've been taking in premiums on SoFi for the last 2 years, several thousands of dollars in premium, while everybody else was just squinting and arguing with their screens and punching the air. I was selling covered calls and buying back those covered calls for like 15-10% of what I sold them for. So I mean, that's just the way that it works. And I use that money to buy more stock and different stock and sell cash secure puts and to pay the mortgage and to buy appliances a year for the house. And the money that I'm generating is worth more right now than it's going to be worth, right? So like if my house was to need something, or we come up on some issue where I need some quick cash, um, guess what? I'm gonna sell covered calls, and that's how I pay for stuff. Real life case scenario right now is my wife. She's obviously not working anymore, full. And so uh, she just decided to forego work for a while and take care of the kids, be a housewife. Um, I'm managing her portfolio, and she's bringing in cash that way. I'm managing my portfolio. I'm managing our 401ks, and we rolled it over. And so like it's one of those things where we're just building. We have a diversified set of portfolios, and we feel very confident right now that we're gonna be okay when we and if we do retire. We're looking to retire early, and I wish that anyone that's seeing me right now, if those are your goals, or you want to buy a car, which I don't think if you're single, you should be buying a brand new car. That's personal opinion. I think that a used car will be just as good for you, and you'll be able to save a ton of money, and use that money you're saving, um, to put into the stock market. Because again, you want to set yourself up in a position where a few years down the road you're going to be very nice, and then you can take that money that you're generating at that point and take some of it out and pay for that brand new car you're going to buy. That's going to be your dream car, and then you don't have to dig yourself in a hole when it comes to creditors, and then monthly payments when it's still really relatively early in the game for you, right? I just don't see how paying. I've heard of some people paying 50% of their income for a car note. That's crazy. I know of some people that pay $1,400 a month for a car, and that's not including insurance, and they pay like 19% in interest. That is insane. That's a house payment. You know what I mean? So it's like these kids are getting themselves in such trouble for 6 years, 5, 6 years, where they're not going to be up owning anything. And then that's a depreciating asset. So in 5, 6 years, they're going to be out, 150,000 bucks and have nothing to show for but a car that's probably worth 3,000 bucks. 5,000 bucks. I don't know. Depends on the car. The point is that if you just bite the bullet right now, right, and wait on buying depreciating assets, and put that money into the stock market so that you can start generating wealth now, and putting that money back into the stock market, and getting yourself in a better position where you diversify your portfolio, right? Now you're setting yourself up to for a nice future, And then once you got those habits, and that's basically one of the biggest issues is people have bad habits, and you want to get yourself into a good habit of taking a chunk of what you're earning every paycheck and putting it into the stock market. Right now, I know life happens. Of course, we're all humans, right? Not everyone can afford to take a big chunk of their of their take-home pay and put it into the stock market. Some people have families. Some people, have medication they need to pay for, or you guys have to pay for, a lot of bills, student loans, all that stuff. I think as Americans, we gotta, man, we just when we um, when we privatized education, right, and we privatized hospitals, right, healthcare, and then and prisons, right. That was a big mistake. I don't want to get political. I'm just talking numbers, because at the end of the day, privatizing healthcare has made it really bad for Americans, because we're really one bad sickness away from being bankrupt, right? And I know people that have gone homeless because they had cancer, and they paid for chemo. They ended up taking a second mortgage on their house, and they had to sell the house. Eventually, they ended up going through their savings. They went through the therapy. They're fine now. They're healthy, but they're homeless, right? They live in a van, and it's just sad, man, because these people that have done everything, by the book. You go to college, you keep your nose clean, right? You do everything that's right and is expected of you. You pay your taxes, you pay into like Social Security and everything else, and then tragedy happens, right? And then you see yourself homeless, and that's horrible, So uh, I digress. I just don't want to get political, but I'm just stating facts. Everyone in America is one tragedy away from being homeless, right? And so if you're in the younger side and you start investing, um, I basically am making the channel that I wanted um, when I started investing, 15, 20 years ago. And that's basically it, man. I don't know how else to put it. I just want to watch a random dumbass like myself, that came up grinding, and eventually put enough money away so he could start investing. And I had some good um, I had some good experiences where people have taken me under their wing and taught me this stuff, and so I feel this is kind of my way of giving back a bit, right? But yeah, man, I just I'm making this channel so that people can have a better shot, right? And that's basically it. And that's what when I talk about somebody setting themselves up better for the future is, I think that if you take money, that I'm sorry, I got an itchy nose. I promise you, it's not the booger sugar. It's just I get an itchy nose when my wife starts cooking something downstairs and she uses a couple of spices. And also, I'm getting over a cold. I don't know if you guys follow me on the Discord, or the Discord that I'm in, but man, it's been a very rough last month. Wife and kids got into a car accident. They were T-boned by someone, and then shortly thereafter, my daughter broke her arm. Shortly thereafter, there were some medical episodes with my son, and it's just then I ended up getting the flu, and my wife as well, and it's been a hectic, man. It's been hectic, but no, man, it's just I have a stuffy nose. I don't know if you guys can hear it, but let's see what we got here. Always be writing. Do you write covered calls or cash secure puts on GME? I write both. I write both. If you are in the game and you are on Discord with myself and the other cats, you'll know we're always writing cash secure puts and covered calls. It just depends, where we are on the market, right? Let the stock tell you what to do, man. If it's been one of those weeks, where GME has taken a beating, right? And it's going down to like the 22 area, $21 area. That's where you sell cash secure puts, right? You go a month ahead and you go to the third Friday of the month, right? And then you go, hey, I'm gonna buy some 21s, 22s. You say, kid, $2, $3, because that's the premium you'll be able to you snipe for. You know, just put your fucking stink bits out there, stink asks, and let things happen. They will happen. I promise you that. It's just a matter of time. There's a lot of desperate people out there that are, gambling. And you're not the gambler, man. You're going to be the casino. And that's what I'm trying to teach people is be the casino. Stop gambling. Stop trying to buy, options and praying that you have a lottery ticket and spending, $10, $12 times 100, and then next thing you know, 3-4 weeks have gone away, and then you're holding something that's worth 80% less because people like you is what's helping me out. And I don't want you to be that person. I want you to be the casino. I want you to be the one that's holding the stock, is selling a covered call, and then 2 weeks from now, you buy it for 80% less than what you sold it for. And guess what you just did? You just created revenue on a stock that you own that you promised to sell for a specific price, and that didn't pan out. It's obviously going to be a price that's a lot more than what you paid. So either way, if you get taken out, it's more than what you paid, right? So, and then you take the premium. And then you wait for red days and you sell another cash pure put, and then you'll sell a covered call afterwards on a green day. So, it sounds silly and quite elementary, but that's just the way it is. Red days, we go hunting. Green days, we feast. So either way, you're always going to be making money. It just depends on whether you make money or more money. And if you're constantly doing the same thing, right? There's no way you can lose. At some point, you're gonna get caught with your hand on the cookie jar, right? And stock is gonna run away from you. Say GME, you sold $28 covered calls for next month, and then it runs to 35, right? But you took in $3 or $4 in premiums, so 28, that's $32. Your stock is cost you $20, $22, so you've made $1,000 on the trade. What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? You just outperformed the market, in a month. You can do nothing for the rest of the year and you'll still outperform the market. That's the way you got to look at it. But you're not going to. What you're going to do is you're going to take your money and you're going to be patient. And you're going to start doing your research again and look at the option chain. And you're going to wait. And you're going to say, hey, is this a terrible week for the stock market, which is for you, great? Or is this a very good week for the market, which is for you, phenomenal? So it doesn't matter, right? I write covered calls or cash secure puts on GME just depending on what the stock is telling me. The stock is telling me it's red. I go and I sell cash secure puts. If the stock is telling me it's running away, great. I'm going to sell covered calls. And that's just the bottom line, man. Hello, we got Hot with Mike. Shit, what up, Hot with Mike? Yep, baby. Yeah, we're back, man. I figured I'd make a video. I started making the video. I was thinking that I was kind of vertical, but horizontal, and it was all good. But no, it turns out it was not. I was sideways again. I was able to fix it. I know that people are gonna give me shit, but you know what, man? I'm just trying to help people make money. So again, we just went over Rivian, right? And Rivian was, I think, $7-8 or $9 when I was telling people to buy it. And it was a screaming buy at that point. I was banging the table. It's, it's $13, $14 now. So that's one of the Savage 10, baby. The next one on the list is Roblox. Roblox, baby. Roblox was, I think, 30 something when I was making the last video that I made of my Savage 10. It is 59 and 30 cents, my friends. Yes, Roblox has almost doubled in price since I made a video. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing. I sold some $38 covered calls that I rolled to 45s for, I believe, 2026. And I took in a shitload of premium. And I am okay with that because I think I took like $12, $13 in premium, couple of contracts, right? And we're just gonna let it chill. We're gonna let it just marinate there. I'm gonna live my life. I took that money and I think I bought some RX um, at like I think $4 or $5, and now RX has started to fly, and I'm selling covered calls on that. And it's a beautiful thing, man. It's just it's a never ending wheel, right? And that's kind of what you got to get used to. And if you're gonna be in this game, that's kind of what you have to kind of teach yourself is that there's always gonna be another stock, right? And that's the thing that it was the hardest for me to get through my head. Um, because I felt like it was my stock. Like I don't want to get my stock taken away, right? I don't want someone to have my stock because it's in my fucking pockets and I want it forever. But that's just not the way it works. Once it got through to me, once I got into a one-on-one with one of my mentors, and he explained to me exactly the way things were, and like it's just not real, right? It's just a money device that's been used by the rich, since decades ago to just keep them more rich, right? And so once got through to me, I got more comfortable selling covered calls and having stock taken away because at the end of the day, the whole point is to make money, right? And that's what I'm doing. I'm making money, and my portfolio is it's extremely healthy. My wife's portfolios are extremely healthy, and I'm hoping that you over there are definitely taking advantage of this time and then selling covered calls. On AI is going to have, I think, uh, they got numbers coming out on Monday, right? And I think it's gonna be one of those where the volatility is so high right now that you should be selling covered calls, whether they do good or bad. If you were to sell some 45s for 2026, I think you could take in like over $10 in premium. So like you bought the stock at 25, 30, and you're selling it at basically 45. So you're making $1,500, right? Which is 33% of it. And then you're selling for $1,000 in premium. So you're really making $2,500, which is pretty much what you pay for the stock. So you just basically you hit a home run. Basically, what you did, right? What is wrong with that? What is wrong with that? And what if, right? 3 months, 4 or 5 months down the line, AI takes his shit, and something happens, right? Like it always does. You know who's gonna be in office, right? One thing I can for certain give you is the fact we're gonna have volatility. Now, I don't want to get political. I just don't, right? I have my own views. They're strong views. But at the end of the day, this is why I love the stock market. Because the stock market doesn't give a shit whether I'm a Republican or a Democrat or a liberal or a neoliberal or like a conservative. It doesn't give a shit what my skin tone is, what language I speak. It just cares about my money, and it's there. And you can either be patient, it has no feelings, it just goes up and down, up and down, up and down, right? And that's why I love the stock market, because it doesn't have feelings, and neither should you. It's just there to make money. And Warren Buffett said it best: the stock market is a device to take um, wealth from the impatient to the patient. That's all it's there to transfer. And that shit clicked. I read the book and I was like, this man gets it. And this is why, I don't care where stock market is. I don't care who's in office. I don't care what a company's doing. I'm making money, whether it's a Democrat in office or a Republican. I don't care. The stock market doesn't care whether I'm black or white, Hispanic, whether I have an accent or I speak in perfect context and syntax. It just cares that My money clears when it goes to my brokerage, and it stays there. That's it, and it's that simple. Let's see what do we got. Mark C. Howdy, I'm on the Discord from Uncle Bruce. I'm very new to this and watching his lessons. Trying to write Portman cover calls, also writing cover calls. I don't know enough on how to do all this yet, but I'm learning. Are you the credit? Hey, what's up, Beach Boy? Yeah, buddy. Savage of Wall Street. Yeah, baby. Yo, what's up, Mark C? Hey, man. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, no, Uncle Bruce, man. One of my mentors, and I I've had a lot of one-on-ones with him. Actually, Beach Boy, you're right here. You probably can attest to this. We've had some 2-in-1s and some 3-in-1s with Uncle Bruce. Ooh, that sounded kinky. But yeah, no, I don't know if Birdie is here. If anybody wants to like text Birdie and say that I'm live, that'd be cool. I think I emailed him, but Birdie's Birdie, man. He's a world traveler. He's fucking multi-millionaire, just doing his thing, and I love the guy, and I hope he's doing well. And I if I'm on live, good, and he can catch it, it's cool. If not, it's all good. I'm sure he can watch the rerun. But hey, one thing, if you guys don't mind, I'm trying to get above a certain threshold on my YouTube channel. So if you guys could do me a favor and kind of play my videos on the background, if you're not watching, it don't matter. I'm just trying to get to a specific amount of hours so that my lives can get more emojis, right? And I think and I'm able to go and get super chats, because I think that's one of the reasons that I'm kind of going to start doing a lot more videos, is that I like this guy that called me yesterday. Some random guy called me saying, "Hey, what's the stock? It was a hot stock. I have $5,000. Let me make money. Blah blah blah." And I was like, "Dude, it's not that simple." And so I figured, you know what? I'm gonna use my knowledge. I'm gonna use all the endless, thousands and thousands of hours I put on research on these stocks. I might as well make a few dollars. So I'm trying to get a super chat going, but I have to get to a specific amount of hours of people watching me. So if you guys don't mind playing my videos in the background, that'd be so cool, man. Because if I can help you make a couple of $1,000, based on the stuff that I talk about here, and if I can, give you a little information that kind of sets off a light bulb, that's cool. Send a couple of, $20. It's all good. I could use that money for diapers. I assure you, I'd appreciate it. And I can use probably that money to buy better equipment. That's kind of be another thing. I need to get better equipment so that I can go live and have a better setting. As you can see, I'm kind of in my son's room at this point. He's 6. He's out and about, so he doesn't really want to be in his room. But maybe I can have a little office and put some cool cameras, some cool lighting, and maybe something cool in the background. I don't know. You guys can give me ideas, but some Wall Street little spiel in the back. That'd be cool. But that's what I'm trying to do. My channel, so that I can justify to my wife how I'm spending 5-6 hours every week making videos and giving people ideas on how to best use their money so that they can go in the stock market and make a few dollars. And you don't have to donate anything. You really don't. I honestly, I'm doing this because I want people, like I said, I want to make the type of channel I wish that was there when I started, so that I can just look at somebody and see, oh shit, this guy's talking about something interesting. What's the catch? And it's there is no catch. I just want you to set yourself up for a good future, and so that we can all do better. I think personally, in the country, when we all do better, it's people are happier, man. And just there's a lot less negativity, right? When people are just doing better. I seriously feel like that. This is why I love unions, because when everyone does better as opposed to just a few, I think it's just a better country overall, but that's just me. Say, here we go. What's up, Romano? Yeah, bro. What's up, Beach Boy? We made serious money, right, Beach Boy? That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, man, Beach Boy, guys, Beach Boy is one of those people that um he's a real investor. You know, he's a whale, and he definitely he pays attention, and the guy is always working. But just like myself, you know, this guy um has gone to what was it that you went to, Beach Boy? To the Four Seasons? Oh man, I'm trying to remember. This guy took a vacation with his whole family and went to the Four Seasons. Um, and he paid for it with option money, covered calls. Okay, so just like Cyprus, there it is. He went to Cyprus, guys. Beach Boy lives in Israel. He's a world trotter, and he went to Cyprus with his whole family and stayed at the measly and poor Four Seasons. You know, roughing it over there. And guess what, Beach Boy? I just took the family to the Waldorf Astoria for a week, man. We went down to the Waldorf Astoria in Monarch Beach here in Southern California near San Diego. Absolutely beautiful property. You guys can Google it. It's anywhere from $800 above for a night, except that I get free upgrades because I have a credit card that gives me diamond status, and by having diamond status, you go up one or two tiers. So even if I get the cheapest room, which is at $800, they will always upgrade me when I'm over there due to my diamond status, and then you know, you get a nice bigger room with, like, you know, a nice fireplace, and it has like two big double kings. I mean double queen size beds, you know, and it's got like a big, you know, hot tub in there. It's just, my kids love it. It's a great facility. Heated pools. It's literally a beachfront property. It's I'm not kidding when I say this, but last few times I was there, um, I ran into Tom Ford one time, and another time when we were there, my daughter was talking to Mark Sanchez's son. Mark Sanchez was an NFL quarterback for the Jets. So he's, I think, now a commentator with Fox or with CBS during Sundays. But anyways, the whole point is, and I've run into a couple of supermodels in there. Well, I mean, I haven't run into them, right? But like, they're there when we're there, and then, you know, my kids splashing a supermodel in the face when they're at the pool. It's great. And they're probably playing around with some billionaires' kids in there. And then, I mean, put it like this: there's kind of like a daycare where you literally can drop off your kids like at 9 in the morning or 8 in the morning and pick them up at 4, and no big deal. It's covered with what you pay for when you come into the hotel. So it's just that simple, man. Um, Beach Boy, can you push in your luck? No deep fryer, but this is the, listen to this. I can, in fact, take my hot wings, and I can give them to the chef, and he will make them for you, and they'll go and they will drop them off at your, take them, you know, with a nice little with all these hors d'oeuvres. There's a fee, of course, right? But they will make anything you want, and they'll bring it to your room. It's that sick. It's insane. There's a bathrobe that they give you when you come in that says Waldorf Astoria in it. And my kids, they ordered their own bathrobe, their slippers, and they kept them, you know. And it's kind of cool, man. There's these, we were just there, right? So there's these giant tree that they were setting up when we were there. And then at nighttime, it was this huge Christmas tree. Absolutely gorgeous. The area, just gorgeous. My wife loves that restaurant. We went to have for her birthday. We went to have lunch there, dinner. Sorry, and it was just. I think we ate the biggest piece of tomahawk ribeye we've ever had. It was like this big. It's bigger than my face. It's like this big, and it had a bone like this big, and it's like $350. It's a lot, right? Like that's insane. But the reason I was able to it's my wife's birthday. It's obviously a special occasion, and my credit card gives me $200 back whenever I spend money at that property or any Hilton property for that matter. Um, you get $200 back every 6 months. So I get $400 back a year on that credit card. So it's just like I don't know, man. This is why I love credit cards, and I love premium credit cards because those are the ones that give you the most bang for your buck. On top of the fact that they also give me a free night certificate for that property. So I have multiple credit cards, multiple free night certificates, and I use them multiple times when I'm there. So I end up paying out of pocket maybe $1,500 for a $10,000 getaway. It's insane. It's insane. Anyway, so yeah, man, Beach Boy, here we go. How we my true words have never been spoken. Love you. I aspire to be you. Beach Boy, I think we all aspire to be Beach Boy. Uh the Pro PGA. What's up, Bernie? Yeah, baby. Yeah, man, I was just talking about you, bro. I was talking about you and how, you know, you're a world trotter and you're up and about living your life and you just, I'm talking about Beach Boy and some kid here that just started investing that's new to the Uncle Bruce channel is now in the Discord. He was asking whether I do cash secure puts or, cover calls. I think he's saying that he does Poorman cover calls. Yeah, Poorman cover calls I stay out of, man. I'm strictly stock, and I just start with cash secure puts because the thing is with Poorman cover calls is the clock is against you, right? So basically, you're gambling. That's basically in essence what you're doing. Kid is working hard. He'll get there in the meetings. In the meantime, trying to finance him until he makes it. I hope. Can't you let me know if your kid is definitely pro tours because I'm starting to golf myself, and I where I go and I chill at the Waldorf Astoria, they have a golf course, and I'm telling you, if he's ever down there, I will go and I'll have him humiliate me on the golf course. We go Vegas, all charter a yacht and get a. Oh yeah, sure. Uh, and good speakers. Sure, let's get a yacht, Beach Boy. Sure, let's do that. That's a Tuesday, right? Yeah, I know. I don't know. Poorman cover calls are not my thing, man. I'm strictly stock, and I don't have anything against Uncle Bruce. The one thing, and this is the great thing about having my own channel, right? Is that I can disagree with Uncle Bruce. And Uncle Bruce knows that I am my own person and I have my own, theories and beliefs. And it's healthy. It is so healthy to have a difference of opinion because that's kind of what we should do, right? Whenever you just have a different opinion than someone else, it's okay. And I can justify it. Look, I think it's great to have your own opinion. You just can't have your own facts. And that's the bottom line. And so Uncle Bruce has been doing this a lot longer than I've been alive. And I'm never going to go against him in that aspect. But I will have a difference of opinion is that, he always teaches us to be the casino. So why would we then in turn into the gamblers and basically pay someone else's casino so that we can then hope the stock takes a pop, and that's essentially what we're doing. And that's a difference of opinions that I have. Listen, he knows what he's talking about because if you do something, the market is volatile, yes. And the market goes up and down, yes. But if you buy leaps, the market goes like this. So eventually you're going to get up. So at some point you make money, of course. But the time that it took you to make that money is essentially a lot more than the time that it will take you to make money if you had your own stock. And that's where my difference of opinion lies. Okay, so I can make money right now. I don't have to wait with my money covered call to start making money. Remember, when you buy a Poorman covered call, you have to first make back the money you spent on that Poorman covered call before you start making money, right? That's going to take time. I'd rather have my time now and start making money now. You follow? Uh, let's see here. Word Up Premium. What's up, amigo? Poor Amigo can never work well for me either. Birdie, where's Nala? Where is Nala, yo? I haven't seen Nala. You're right. Get his ass over here. We're getting the band back together. God damn it. Anyway, so Roblox. I was talking about the Savage 10. Roblox. I don't know if any of you guys follow me. Of course he has a church event. Of course he has a church event. Of course. Um, Roblox. Part of my Savage 10. It was around $30 when I was talking about it last. I think the last time I made a video when I live. And I think it's $60. It's $60. So, like I said, I spend over 100 hours researching every single company, and that's in addition to whatever time someone else that is doing. It's me making this investment in my future and my kids' future. I'm not going to just fucking hand my money to some dumb company that I don't know what it's doing, unless it's fucking FRB. Ah! It's always gonna stick with me, man. That one hurt. Okay, interest of full disclosure, my wife worked at the First Republic Bank, man. And listen, obviously because of I didn't want to do any insider trading things, right? I can talk about it now. Everything was healthy. Everything with FRB was healthy. Even when they had their congressional hearing, every single CEO that was grilled said we were underwater. We were underwater. We couldn't justify it. We were underwater, over leveraged. When it came time for FRB, they asked them in percentages. Everybody else had said 300%, 600%, 700% over leveraged. You know what fucking FRB, the executive said? He said we were minus 2% over leveraged. That means they were actually under leveraged. They had all the money. They could secure all those payments. There was nothing wrong with the company. It was contagion. And because of Silicon Valley's bank failing is what fucking sends shockwaves. And people got scared. And there was a person in my wife's atmosphere, right, that she found out, called and said, I want my $900 million taken out by tomorrow, please. And guess what happened? The bank said, no problem. We'll have your $900 million tomorrow. That is what happened, guys. Okay, so I don't know what to tell you. First Republic Bank was just the crown jewel of the West Coast that Jamie Dimon wanted to get. And that's personal, me doing research and just putting two and two together. He wanted a footprint in the West Coast, and that was FRB. And he wanted high net worth individuals, and that was FRB. And that's where we're at. And that is my one black eye when it comes to investing. But other than that, every company I think I've been on has done well. I think Sava is the latest one. But Sava, I think I took I don't know. I did $10 cash secure puts where I took $5 in, and then I rolled them over for another $2. So really, I'm in for the stock is 3 something right now. So I'm even, and I'm selling cover calls on it now. So look, you're not gonna bat 1,000, right? It's just not gonna happen. But this is what I can guarantee. If I can guarantee you that if you win more than you lose, you'll make a lot of money, that's the bottom line, man. That is the bottom line. Is you just need to make more money than you're losing. And that's why you have to diversify your portfolio, right? This is why you have to do your due diligence. This is why you only invest money you're willing to lose, right? Never invest money that you have for retirement that you're not willing to lose, right? You have to be extremely conservative. And covered calls and cash secure puts are the most conservative approach to investing. It's simple, there is no magic bullet, right? There is no super hot stock that's gonna make you a billionaire right now. Like, it's just not the way it works. Time in the market will always outperform timing the market. You can read all the graphs. You can do all the research on a company. You can look at all the specifics. You can look at all the partnerships that they're going to have, their schedules, things that are in the future going to happen, catalysts. But if you just keep investing in companies that you are not, um, that you are willing to hold at least 5 years, you're going to do well. And this is why Roblox is one of those companies for me. I just did my due diligence, and I see it be in the future. A lot of kids, they talk in Robux terms. They actually pay real money to have access to digital make believe money so they can buy digital items. It's fucking wild. I don't care what anyone says. Um, if your kid is bothering you for months on end that she wants 100 Robux, you're going to cave in, and you're going to pay $40 for digital money so she can buy the digital dress she's been wanting for her Roblox character. I don't know what to tell you. It's the same thing with video games when we were growing up, right? How much time did we spend playing video games? How many quarters down the machine? Hundreds of dollars, if not thousands. And what do we have to show for it? Nothing. But it was entertaining, right? Same thing with our kids, and that's the way you got to see it. And that's why I invest in Roblox, because that's where it's where it's going. We got our asses handed to us via FRB. Yes, we did. Yes, we did, bro. None of the SPACs ever whacked you. Oh God, the SPACs. Yes, we did, Hockey. We did, man. We had a lot of fun. It was great. Look, I made money. I'll be honest with you. I just didn't. I didn't expect it to go to nothing so quickly, right? But again, Uncle, I've never experienced a bank run, and this is why I'm saying, time in the market will always outperform timing the market. Uncle Bruce had seen bank runs, and he was telling us, stay away from the stock. Stay away. Don't touch it with 100-foot pole. And you know what? I should have fucking listened. I should have listened, and I didn't. And this is where experience comes into play. And this is why I'm making this channel, so people can go back and see, hey, what was this fool talking about 2 years ago, 3 years ago? What type of channel? And if you can see the videos that I make, I always like to help people, whether it be on filing unemployment benefits, because it's so hard to navigate that. And I've been on unemployment in the past. I knew fairly well how to navigate it when COVID happened and people here in California were having issues. I decided to make videos and help people out, and guess what? It helped them out. I ended up receiving a lot of comments from people that were, literally crying as they were typing, saying, I just received, $10,000, $12,000 in back pay from California. We're on the verge of being homeless with my kids, and now I could pay, the rent or buy food. And I almost cried a couple of times because I couldn't believe how bad it had gotten. But my videos were able to help people, and that's basically essentially what I want to do. Is I want my videos to help someone out there, even if it's a couple of people, kind of, look at things differently and make some money, And again, if you guys can have, my videos playing in the background when I, you get off this live, so that I can get some traction and have some more people playing my video, more hours accruing, so that I can essentially have a super chat. That would be cool, man. All right, here we go. Yeah, no, the SPACs definitely whacked my ass, Poto, for sure. Let's see here. Well, rule: never sell a cash secure put on a stock you don't want to own. Facts. That is a fact, my friend. Never, ever, ever sell a cash secure put on a stock you don't want to own. And this is exactly where we go to one of my rules is never invest in any company you're not willing to hold at least 5 years. Are you willing to hold SoFi for 5 years? Can I have a can I have you guys raise your hand? Yes. Yes. Uh any one of you guys want to hold Palantir for 5 years? Absolutely. Tesla. Would you like to hold Tesla for 5 years? Unity? AI? Yes, sir. Exactly. Absolutely. That's it. And so that's what I'm trying to say. Um, the companies that I invest in, I have done over 100 hours of research on, right? So I know for a fact that if I decide to invest in any company, it's going to be a company that has extremely good fundamentals, right? It has a great team behind them, and it's not sketch. Definitely not sketch, right? So that's why I'm into Rivian, right? That's why I'm into Roblox. I'm into PagerDuty, right? I'm into AI, into Palantir, into UiPath. All those companies I just mentioned, right? Tesla, Google, Amazon, all those companies I just mentioned, I have been talking about for years, right? Some of you guys know you have never heard about C3.ai until I mentioned it. And I'm sure some of you guys had heard of Unity, but you never invested in it until I brought it up. Roblox, same thing. And I'm telling you guys right now, um, it's just the same thing now with RxRx, right? It's the same thing now um, with PagerDuty, right? And so I was talking about I think Birdie what's into CrowdStrike like a year ago or change, year and a half ago. I think I talked about it, but I was like, I don't think you guys really care about CrowdStrike because it's a little expensive, and some people don't think of cybersecurity as a big deal until it happened, right? Until that airline fucking went, it crashed pretty much because they got hacked, right? And then CrowdStrike, was in the news. But anyways, look, all I'm saying is that if you are investing for the reasons of just making a quick buck right now and not being around for the next year, like this is not your channel, right? I'm somebody whose approach is a lot more long term. I'm here making a video for people that are investors and are long term when it comes to stocks. My Savage 10 may turn into Savage 20, but I will be talking about the stocks regularly. And feel free to let me know about stocks that you guys are investing on and you guys have a good track record in. I am always willing to adapt and to dig deeper into other companies. And it's all good. I right now, I'm looking at another set of 10 companies, and RX is one of them. Arch is another one of them. You know, and so I'm probably gonna start adding them. But yeah, no, it's just it's I do my research, man. I'm one of those people that goes to, events, and I pay the money so that I can go to like a JP Morgan event or a Charles Schwab event, and I sit down and I listen to CEOs, and VPs and COOs talk about, where they're going with their company, what they're working on, and that's why I'm doing a super chat, right? I'm trying, if you guys don't mind, like I said, and I'm gonna keep talking about this, playing my videos in the background and just letting them play so that I can get more hours of friction, of traction, right? So that I can get a super chat because, I have to justify to the wife why I'm not, with my kids out playing right now, or why, I'm not helping her around the house or something. And I can justify, hey, I spent 6 hours this week, doing the videos because I'm trying to help the people out. And then she'll be like, but what do you have to show for? At least I want to say, hey, look, I got a new camera out of it. Look, the guys gave me $20 each, and I was able to, buy fucking, some shoes for our daughter's soccer season, or I was able to get, some background, some lights or something, or a new computer, something, man. Like, I just figured out the super chat is good for that. And if you guys make a couple of $1,000 in some trade that I sparked interest in, hey, feel free to send $20 or whatever, and then that's kind of, why I would like the super chat. And like I guess I said, I could justify it to the wife. But I also like making content, man. I miss making content. It's just a little harder because I'm, the one that's working now, and my wife is not working. And so, she wants to do the housewife thing, which is cool. But she's also getting her MBA. She's finalizing her MBA. And I was just talking about how you can use cash secure put money and cover call money to pay for everyday things. And guess how we're going to pay for this semester? She was able to just hand me her phone, and I was able to sell some cash secure puts and covered calls on some money that she took out for tuition. And it's covered call money and cash secure put money that we're paying with. And yes, it's some of the money she took out as well, but the whole point is that a couple of semesters we've been able to pay with covered call money and cash secure put money, and that's crazy, right? And the best thing is that I took out a new credit card to do so, and I am putting it on the credit card. So I'm making a premium on credit card because I'm meeting a minimum spend. They're gonna give me like 150,000, American Express points, which I'm gonna turn into Hilton Honors points, and then get some more nights at the Waldorf Astoria. So that's how you do it, man. Running the wheel on SLV. Okay, right on. I'm gonna look at it. I think I actually did look at it. I just I don't know what happened, man. There's so many things going on. RXRX. Oh shit, RXRX. All right, think artificial intelligence and pharmaceuticals, my friend. Oh, what's up, Nala? Yeah, baby. No range for you, baby. No range for you. Yeah, Nala talking stupid again. Oh man. We're getting the band back together, baby. Yeah. All right, no crypto. My channel is gonna do no crypto. I know, you guys are like, Bitcoin. Listen, I just cannot justify telling someone to spend $100,000 on something that has, no backing. I just can't. I'd rather tell you, you have $100,000. That's great. Sell 90 cash secure puts on Rivian. Sell 90 Rivian cash secure puts, for January, and bring in a dollar, and then boom, you have $10,000 in your pocket or more, and then you have, you're on deck to get 9,000 shares of Rivian, which then in turn you can sell cover calls on. But instead of selling $10 cover calls, you're going to do 1250s for March and start bringing in money that way, and you'll bring another $10,000-$15,000. So then guess what? In those $100,000, you made 25% in 3 months. Okay, I can justify that. Now, can Bitcoin go to $1 million in a few years? Absolutely. But I cannot justify you losing $50,000 either. Like, what if it goes to like, $10,000, $20,000 because fucking Elon Musk decided to say something stupid, or Trump decided to say something stupid, and people fucking go fucking crazy and decide to sell. I can't. XRP is backed by gold and silver. All right, good to know. All right, you guys talking amongst yourselves, so that's cool. So yeah, man. So Roblox, that's another of my little Savage 10. SoFi. You know, what can we say about SoFi? You know, when I made this video, SoFi was, I think, $7, $8 when I made the last video. And I think they were having earnings they were going to have earnings the next day or something. I think it was April. And I was talking about how I was looking at selling $9 cover calls or $8 cover calls. And, you know, I did. You know, and then it backed down, and I bought them back for like nothing, and I sold more covered calls, and eventually, you know, it's the luck ran out, right? And Tesla's now $15, and I sold, you know, $12, $10 covered calls that I rolled to 12s, was able to take premium. So I mean, I'm gonna get a lot of money in January 2025, 2026. 2026. So I'm okay with that. You know, you have to make peace with the fact that, you know, you're making money, right? Could I have made more money if I would have just held? Of course. But I want to make money now, right? Like I want to keep making money. You know, I took a lot of money from SoFi to buy Unity when it was like at $14. I took money, you know, from SoFi to buy, you know, Rivian when it was like $8, $9. I bought UiPath when it was like $12, $11. I bought Matterport when it was like $1.50, $1.75, something like that. So like I've been adding to my portfolio, and it's just grown exponentially. Yes, I'm going to take a loss on SoFi, but remember, the clock is my friend, right? So in 2026, January comes around, and say SoFi's $20. What if I roll those 12s to 15s or to 17s in 2028 or 2027? I can do whatever I want. As long as I sell for more than 780, which was my average, I don't care. And that's the name of this game, is you can roll forever indefinitely until you feel like selling. And you can always roll. And if you get taken out because someone exercises you, great. I'm selling for more than what I bought for. And the point of the stock market is what? The point is to make money. So, yeah. What is a covered call? You know what? It's a call that you take silk, like a silk sheet, and you cover it. And once you cover it, you dip it, or you put some peanut butter on top. Right? And then you sprinkle some powdered sugar. That's a covered call, bro. Here we go. Second that. Yeah, what is a covered call? I've been calling day and night. No one calls. You guys are too much, man. So yeah, SoFi. SoFi is beautiful, man. I can't wait to make another video and look at the chain seriously. I haven't been trading SoFi because I got caught with my hand in a cookie jar, and I'm not gonna see SoFi until I sell a cash secure put on it. I'm thinking if it goes back to 13, which I think is going to go back to 13 on a big dip, I'm gonna sell some cash secure puts. I'm gonna get back in. Tesla. Oh my God, Tesla was like $1, like $140 when I made the last video. It's almost $400. I was screaming at people, please, please. I think I sold some $130 or $135 cash secure puts too, and those are like nothing. I'm gonna let them right out. I think I had like 3 or 4 of those on Charles Schwab, but yeah, no, those are going nowhere, man. I just took the money, and it's just money in the bank. You know, those are from my SVWXX ETF. I think that's what it is, and it's generating 5% no matter what on Charles Schwab. So I'm generating 5% on something I'm making money on already. Something I made 45% on already is bringing me in another 5%, and in another year it'll be compounding interest. So it's just gonna be fucking insane for just having money in the bank. That's the way I see it. I don't have a bank account per se. That's my bank account. If I ever want to take out money, I'll just buy back a cash secure put, wait a few days, take out the money. Boom. That's just the way, you know, catastrophes happen all the time, right? And that's kind of the way that I kind of hedge. So yeah. I just started selling cash secure puts. Why did I wait so long? I told Kent, absolutely. I've been selling cash secure puts for a while, and when I get assigned, I love it, man. I love it when I get assigned because it's getting a stock that I really want to own for cheaper than it at its cheapest point, if that makes any sense, right? So let's say a stock that you're trying to own is at a 52-week low, and you sell a cash secure put on it, you bring in, I don't know, 10, 15%, and then you get put those shares, you just bought the stock for 10, 15% less than what the 52-week low is. That's gangster, man. That's gangster. That's like fucking that's oh gosh, what's this guy's name? Uh Joe Pesci. That's Joe Pesci gangster, man. That's how gangster that is, man. It's just you can't go wrong. And if you don't get put those shares, great. You keep the premium, you get your money back, you do it again until you get put those shares. It's the eighth wonder of the world, man. Quite honestly. So Tesla, God damn it, it's going to 400, guys. It's going to 400. Um, I hope you guys listened to me when it was 140, and I told you guys to buy it then. Um, I don't think you'll see 140 again. You may see 300. Elon may do something stupid. You know that he whom shall remain nameless um, says stupid shit all the time, and he's gonna be in the presidency. So, I it's not beyond the realm of possibility that him and Elon get in a spat, and then he decides to do some presidential orders on fucking castigating Tesla for something, and those fucking those dumping. I don't know. It's so hard. I, I love volatility, and like I'm going to make so much fucking money in the next 4 years, and that's the way that you got to look at things, right? No matter whether it's a Republican or a Democrat in the White House, the stock market will always go up, right? I mentioned it like an hour ago that this is the reason that I love the stock market because it doesn't care whether I'm a Democrat, a Republican, or liberal, whether I'm black or white or I have Hispanic, green skin. It doesn't care. It just cares that my money goes in there and stays there, right? And that's the way that I look at it. And volatility is going to be high the next 4 years, and I'm going to feast and sell covered calls as much as I can, cash secure puts as much as I can. Looking to and I'm not joking when I say this. I'm looking to double my portfolio. It's already healthy, and I'm looking to double my portfolio in 4 years. And if that can happen, then I'm in a whole new ball game. You know, because if I could now, not work as hard as I was working 5 years ago, and my wife has taken off work, and she's not working anymore. If I could do that now, then in 4 years when my portfolio is double what it is, I mean, it's just it can be done, guys. It's just it doesn't happen, from one day to the next, right? And there's gonna be volatility. There's gonna be days that people feel down. There's gonna be days that you're like, holy shit, what's going on? And there's gonna be days that you're elated, right? But like, just stick with it, right? Stick with it, and don't let bad news, cramp your style because there's always another stock. There's always opportunity. There's always volatility. But like I said, these next few years, volatility is going to be insane and through the roof. And I'm going to feast. And I know you guys are as well. And if I can help you guys in any way look at things differently, and like my boy here, he said, thank you for RXRX. You're welcome. You're welcome for AI. You're welcome for Unity. You're welcome for Roblox, right? You're welcome for UiPath. You're welcome for Rivian. I do 100 hours at least of research per company, and I just put my information out here so that a regular Joe, like I am, can look at videos and say, "Oh shit, I hadn't thought about that." And if you can help them make a couple of bucks, I think that's cool. All right, let's see here. Are you still on rocking Tesla? You know what's funny? I sold my 3,000 Tesla yesterday when it hit, I think, 1535, because I just got my my dividends a couple of days ago from Tesla. I had a nice chunk of change, and I just saw opportunity happen, and there's just too much opportunity out there to just keep getting, that return every month, um, because I want to buy more stock. Tesla, it's kind of, it's hovering in the $15 lane, and it doesn't matter how high, Tesla goes. It was $300 and Tesla was in the 1510, and it went to 400. Tesla's like 1530. Like, it's just a $100 move is not doing much now, right? So I have to take my money and run. I got a lot of premium, or um, a lot of dividends from Tesla, and I'm very thankful, for to Hybrid Duncan for putting me onto that. But it's I've overstayed my welcome, so I just took, I'm gonna take that money, and it's a little over $40,000, and I'm going to um, I'm looking at Enphase. I'm looking at Enphase. Um, I'm looking at Nvidia, right? And I think Nvidia may get to 130, and I'm gonna sell 130 cash secure puts. I'm looking at Enphase, and I think I'm gonna sell some 65 cash secure puts and start wheeling those, and then get assigned, right? And then once assigned, uh, we're off to the races, and then we're talking about some serious coin, because those are stocks that are heavily traded, and they're in demand, right? And also they go up and down so fast, so the volatility is high, and I can take a lot of a lot of premium, and so that's why Tesla I had to sell. You know, yes, I know. That's exactly what I was looking at the option chains, Poto, and it's just I did the math, and I would get more from having Enphase and Nvidia, as opposed to keeping Tesla, because Tesla now is like, it's a synthetic call, right? So I think it's losing premium pretty fast. It's losing theta, decaying. That's the word. A lot faster than it was in the past. And so I nothing wrong with them, but I may go back if it goes back to 12 or 11. I may go back, but I take my money. I think I made 100% back on it already. So like I made 100% back on a little over a year, and it's insane. It's insane returns. I don't know what to tell you guys, but it is insane returns. But I want to take my money and put it into others. Um, I want to put it into other stocks, because there's just too much opportunity out there. So um, I am I'm happy taking my money, and I'm looking at getting more RXRX, more Arch, you know, and perhaps some more UiPath. And so, it's just so much opportunity out there that I see it not doing much, as opposed to just me putting it to work, in a different way, right? Uh, all right, so Unity was, I think, $16-15 when I was talking about it the last time I made my videos. It's $27.74 now. So it's almost double. Isn't that funny? Isn't that funny how all the stocks that I was talking about in April, right? It's been, April, May, 6 months, right? Um, they've doubled. And what did I say? I said, guys, be patient. You guys go back in my videos, man, and just be patient. I was saying, right now is the time because people are always asking. And this is what I was saying verbatim. People are always asking what the best time to get into the market is, and I'd say right now, right now. That's what I was saying a few months back. And so, every stock I own, every stock that in the Savage 10 is up almost 100%. That's some more than 100%. That's wild, man. So like the proof is there. You don't have to put my feet to the fire because the proof is there. You just have to go and look at my horizontal videos or upside down videos, and you'll see that I'm not bullshitting. So like I hope people are paying attention. Matterport, Matterport got taken over. I think it was like $1.90 when not $1.80 when someone decided to give a big hug, and they're gonna cash out. I think at $5.50. So that's it, man. That's all I can tell you. It's like, you more than though you almost tripled your money there with Unity. I mean, with Matterport, if you paid attention, and it's just a matter of them being taken over 100%, dotting their I's and crossing their T's, and you'll get 275 in stock and 275 cash for every one share of Matterport that you have. And I have several thousands. So I can't wait till I get that money again, and I'm putting it to work just like I'm doing the Tesla money, But again, you don't have to believe me, right? Like I'm not just spewing shit. You guys can go and look at the videos that I made and see what I've been talking about for damn near longer than a year. And so there it is. C3.ai. C3.ai I think was $19. $20 when I made the last video. It's $40.51. I don't know, man. It's wild to me, because I'm looking at this, and it's just one of those things that I'm even shocked myself because I'm just like, I wish I would have had this type of person in the past when I was trying to invest in the past. Had videos up like this so that I can watch them, because I would fucking go nuts. But alas, here I am, right? And I'm making the videos I wish were available when I was starting out. AI is AI, man. I told you guys it's going to 100. I don't know why people. AI is doing AI things, man. When it went to $12, $15, I swear to God, I was pounding the table. I took out a loan, man. I took out a loan against my credit so that I can buy more AI when it hit $10, $11. That's how much I believed in it. You understand? Beach Boys average 1771 on Unity. Sir. Yeah, buddy. Muscle top, my friend. I'm telling you, Beachy. I told you. Remember when it was like 14, 15? I told you, sell some cash secure puts for 2027. It doesn't matter, Beachy. Just do it. And then you sold. There it is, my friend. There it is. Right now, those $17, $16, $15 cash secure puts have to be worth like 80% less. Easily 70-80% less. It's all time value at this point. They're not even in the money, like nothing, not even close to it. It's just all speculation at this point. So AI is wild. Again, AI was $20, $22, $50, $20, and I was just basically saying anything under 25 is an absolute joke. It is a God's gift. And I just started selling cash secure puts, and I started just averaging up, if you will. Because I just knew it was like once it went under 20, oh my God, I think I took out another loan. And I think I bought more Unity, and I bought some SoFi. I bought some AI. It's one of those things. I wish I was rich so I can get like 1 million shares of each. But what's the fun in that, right? The whole point of investing is the trajectory to get there, right? And I think that's what the fun is, man. And it's just it would where is the fun in just receiving $10 million, right? Like you won't appreciate it. It is something I was telling my daughter when she broke her arm, because she's a soccer player and she works so hard, during the summer. She works so hard. They made it to the championship for a reason, and she is their best defender. They lost the championship because on her band, on her wing, the girl that was playing defense was not my daughter, and she was not used to that position, and they capitalized on that. So that's where the goals came from. But that's how good my daughter is. My daughter would have won that championship, and that's what I tell her. Defense wins championships. You just have to know that scoring goals is it's not all it's cracked up to be. The highest paid players, yes, are Messi and Ronaldo, but the other top 10 are like the defenders, like the number one defenders of the other team, and Real Madrid, and like, Barcelona, for Paris Saint-Germain, right? Or for like any German team. It's usually the number one defender. That's like one of the highest paid players in the team. It's just the way it is, you know. Let's see here. Do you have a rule of thumb on how far out go for cash secure puts? You know what? Do you want the stock really bad, or do you want to just do you want a cash grab? That's it. It's not. It's up to you. It's like, what do you want? It's up to you. Do you want the stock right now? Do you feel comfortable getting it now, or are you okay waiting, or is it just like you're trying to make 30% back no matter what, and you don't care whether you get put those shares or not? It's all up to you. Every individual is different. I personally, I like going and selling leaps, because I like to take big chunks, because again, the market is volatile and there's big upswings. There's also big downswings. And those cash secure puts are not that affected when there's downswings. But when there's upswings, you can easily make 40% back in a couple of months, and you don't have to wait for 2 years. I don't know if you understand that part, but that's kind of my 2 cents. It does vary on stock because the volatility is different, right? Obviously, Procter and Gamble is not going to have the same volatility that Tesla has, because Tesla moves so rapidly, and it's so volatile, right? So your premiums are going to be better with Tesla. I like high premium stocks. I'm very cavalier when it comes to my investing, just because I'm very conservative in my approach, if that makes any sense. And if you watch me regularly, you'll see just how conservative I am, because I don't just I throw my money in a fire pit. I work hard for my money. I have always worked hard for my money, as has my wife, and I don't want to just lose it, right? So I research the fuck out of companies that I invest in. No company that I invest in, I'm going to sell right now. It's a company that I will hold for over 5 years, no matter what. Those are the companies I invest in, and unless there's some catastrophe, right? I pretty much hold until I get assigned or put shares. It doesn't. That's the best way I can put it. Texas, Georgia game about to start. Who's going to win? I like Georgia. Downswings are great for cash secure puts. Writing, absolutely. Yeah, that's it, man. You're welcome, brother. Yeah, Beach Boy's been around for a while. You know, he's watched me regularly whenever I'm on my lives, and he actually tells me, his strikes and dates and all that stuff. And I'm glad that Beach is making money, man. Like, and I assure you guys, Beach Boy is not making $500. He's not making $1,000. I assure you, Beach Boy is paying for flights and hotel stays to go to Cyprus with his whole family with these cash cure puts. That's the best way I can put it every time. Beach Boy, hey man, I don't know how things are in Israel, right? But I would like to travel, you know, to Tel Aviv or Jerusalem at some point in the future, and I will stay at the Waldorf Astoria and bring my kids, and I would be honored if you would hang out with us and have a few drinks and a few laughs and maybe some food, and my kids could play with your grandkids, man. That'd be cool. So we'll touch base. I'm around, and I know you're around. So, but yeah, no, that's we're gonna travel a little more once my kids get a little older. It's the baby really that's the thing, right? He's got asthma, right? So we have to make sure that he outgrows whatever he has to outgrow, and then he gets a couple of years under his belt. So we're kind of trying to like take him to different places now, and we're having him play in the dirt and eat a lot of dirt so he can get his immune system up. I'm a horrible parent, man. I'm a horrible parent. I'm the type of parent that I love seeing my kids run around with boogers in their nose and them eating it because I know that's disgusting, but like there's so many germs there. But there's actually studies, like I think New England Journal of Medicine studies that show that kids that eat their boogers and like bite their nails with dirt and eat dirt have really really high um, immunity because that they're putting on in their body. So did I just disconnect for a second? I don't know if I disconnected myself somehow. I think the Wi-Fi may have dropped here. I don't know. So let's see here. Cash grabs. Yep, yep. Love it. Beach Boy. Work hard for it. It's all good, Beach Boy. It's gonna be a while, but we definitely are looking to take a trip to Jerusalem or Tel Aviv. I know there's a Waldorf Astoria over there. I like me the Waldorf Astoria. So I was looking at the buffet that they have, and it's absolutely phenomenal, man. Oh my God, so much good food. That's one thing about Jewish people. I have to say, I had a Jewish girlfriend. My wife, making sure she's not around. I had a Jewish girlfriend back in the day, and she was a lovely, lovely person, very smart girl. But yeah, she invited me over for Rosh Hashanah and for Hanukkah, right, and other events that they would have with the family, and like the food was always so good, man. Matzo ball soup was a favorite of mine. And I don't know what about it. She used to say it was the most bland thing. She's like, I hate matzo ball. I was like, it's fucking delicious. Her grandma used to put stuff in it, and I used to think this the loveliest lady. But like the food, pickled anything that Jewish people make, it's fucking insanely good. It's just oh my god. Anyway, so that I was looking at the Waldorf Astoria and their buffet, and it looked delicious, man. I just can't. I'm looking forward to go to Israel at some point. Um, yeah, lots of history, absolutely. I know, right? Wife alert. Next thing you guys know, you'll see a shoe come flying out of nowhere. No, I'm in my own room. It's sealed, but yeah, it's a joke. Um, Brisket and matzo ball soup is the best. See, that's what I'm saying. I have never had that, but I would absolutely have that. And that's one of the reasons I like the Waldorf Astoria and Monarch Beach. Is their food there? It's excellent. Those restaurants that they have on site, excellent. there's a steakhouse. It's called the Bourbon Steakhouse, and it's, oh my god, it's my wife's favorite steakhouse because they have their ribeye and the filet mignon that they have is just um, it's phenomenal, you know, and so and then they treat the kids really nice. You know, the kids they love the mac and cheese, man. I don't know, they can have anything, but that's what they like, you know. And then we always have a great time, and you know, with my credit card points and some credit cards subsidizing that trip, it always makes sense to me, man. All right, I digress. Palantir. I think Palantir was 19, 18 bucks when I made this video, and I was telling you guys Palantir is one of my Savage 10. Palantir is $76, my friends. It's quadrupled since I talked about it, if not quintuple. So, you know, I sold I sold $40 covered calls expiring 2026, and I took a shellload of premium, and now I'm underwater, and I am happy to get taken out because I was buying Palantir when it was, I think, $8, $7, $8. I was just going nuts. Like I couldn't believe it was there. I couldn't believe AI was in the 10, 11 area when they were there, and I just couldn't believe it. But anyways, it's $76 now, and I am, look at the videos, man. I don't know what to tell you. It's one of the Savage 10 that I was talking about, and I was pounding the table, and I was telling people, you know, buy it, and when it goes in a run, you'll know, and then sell covered calls 2 strikes above where you are at because it runs, and so there it is. You know, great stock to own. It's going to $100. It's going to be a company that is here to stay. Um, I don't know what else to say, man. It's just, you know, it's just. I was talking about this company 2 or 3 years ago, and it's there. It's a patient game, right? You have to be patient. You have to have patience. You got to be patient, so that you can reap the rewards. And that's just the bottom line when it comes to investing. You know, that's with anything, right? It's all about just knowing what you hold, knowing why you invested in the first place. Let's see. Uncle Bruce and AJ were here, and we went to different style food places every night. Yeah, I mean, I obviously like to do that. I think that'd be great. You know, I have to, you know, keep it at a certain decorum because of my kids, right? Like, I don't think we'd be able to go to like Five Diamond dining, you know, but we definitely, you know, go to like some upscale places. It's just, you know, I'm so scared that my kids are gonna break everything, and I don't want to get into like a multinational war over my kids, you know, destroying some hotel because they're my kids are quite a rambunctious crowd, man. They're great kids, but you know they play a lot, man. They're free kids, and you know they love to. They're very caring. They're very loving kids, and um, but again, they express themselves very freely, and sometimes they get really rambunctious, you know. So a couple of times I've gotten, you know, that look from parents when we go to restaurants, but like, you know, and I look at them and I'm like this, I'm like, you know, they're kids, you know, like obviously if they're disrespectful, right, and they, you know, I take them to the side and I tell them, hey, look, you're gonna get a spanking, get it together. But you know, I love my kids being kids, man. It's just I think we need more of that um, in the country. I think we're too serious with kids sometimes. And you know what? I'm strict with my kids. I'm very strict with them. They know what's expected of them, right? But I also like to give them their freedom because we have to have a balance, right? And so that's where I'm at. Uh, UiPath was like $11 last time I talked about it. It's $15. It's one of those that is slowly moving, right? But it's going to move. You have to give it time. You have to give it time. And again, I've been selling, 12, 13, $14 cover calls down 2, 3 months, taking in premium and just moving up the chain one strike time, strike zone at a time, taking in premium. No big loss. I wait until 3, 4 days before expiration. I wait for all that data to decay and then just get a little hug, move closer to the stock, and that's how you do it. That's kind of how you do it. And if I get taken out at 15, I've already taken in $4 or $5 in premiums, right? It is what it is, and then I'll move on and wait for it to backtrack and then go to the next stock, and that's how you do it. There's always going to be another stock, and you have to know that, and you got to be okay with moving on, right? My favorite option strategies for the new people. Poor man cover. I don't do poor man cover calls. I cannot rank something I don't do. I don't feel comfortable doing that. I'm not saying they're not good, but I think in an hour ago I went over like, why I don't think that they're my thing and the difference of opinion that I have with Uncle Bruce as far as poor man cover calls. Essentially, you have to make the money back that you spent on the cover call. That takes a lot of time. And so by the time you get to that, you've already spent so much time trying to make up that money that, your poor man cover call may have to get extended. And you're going to have to pay more premium. So you're going to spend more money. It's just like chasing like a carrot, right? That's how I see it. It's a carrot and a carrot stick. And you're the mouse. I don't know. And so, or the rabbit, right? So, I like stock only. I poor man cover calls, and then cover calls, right? Preferably an ETF that gives you back 5%, a year, so that your cover call money could generate 5% in addition to what it's already making, which is insane, but it is a thing. And that's kind of where I'm at. And the main thing is you're not going to go and invest your money in bullshit companies, right? You're going to invest your money in companies that are going to generate you money and that are going to be companies that you're holding for years. And so you buy it at $4, $5, $10, and you're going to sell it at $50, $100. But you're going to move right up the chain, back and forth, back and forth. And that's just the way that I invest. UiPath is another one. And I think I'm done. I'm done with the Savage 10 and kind of the recap. I'm going to make some more videos, more frequently. And like I said, I'm trying to make more content so that you guys can watch more videos, so that I can add to the Savage 10 that may become a Savage 20, and then eventually, people can just watch me and hopefully make some money, and make their lives easier. I know my life's become easier since I started investing and selling cover calls. And I just, would like that to extend that same courtesy, that someone extended me, put it out in the ether, right, in the world, and then people could watch a couple of videos, and eventually I'll have a super chat where if you want to donate 15, 20, 30 bucks, whatever, you can do so in the super chat, and but I need to get there first. So that's why I'm making videos. You guys could put, these videos of mine in the background and just let them play if you guys want. That would be so cool. If you guys are going to step out of the house for a while, just, put your smart TV on, Credit Savage, put my videos on so that people who watch the video, the hours accrue, right? And eventually I hit that spot that YouTube wants, and the algo gets me, and then eventually I'll meet that threshold where I can then get a super chat going, and I can justify making videos, a few times a week to the wife. And right now, my kid actually just opened the door and she wants to play, and I said no like a half hour ago. So like I got to be able to justify stuff like that. Perhaps get some good gear. Sorry guys, I'm getting over the flu. Perhaps get some good gear, some spiel back here. You know, some good lighting, maybe a good tripod, and a good camera, faster laptop, stuff like that. Just be able to like put money back into this so I can get better shows and then go from there. I don't know, but I just honestly I just want you guys to make money. Make money, and the more money you make, I think the better off we'll be. That's just the bottom line. So. 2 times the speed, like Danny Ortiz. I don't know how that works. Format 2 times. You know what? The way they do it is, I'm going live, right? But I don't know if they go live or after it's live. I could go on and change the settings to 2 times the speed. I think on the video once the video has uploaded, and then I could change it. I could do that to my videos, I guess. If that would help, because I've already talked for like 2 hours. But again, anyways, that's in the future, right? Good to see you guys, man. I'm glad to be back, and making content again. I'm gonna keep making content in the next year or so. And like I said, these next 4 years, expect some excitement, guys. Expect some excitement. Expect a lot of volatility. And I expect to make a lot of friggin' money, man. Not millions, right? Because I'm not there yet, but like a nice chunk of change. And I want you guys to make a ridiculous amount of money so that you can get off the hamster wheel yourselves and enjoy, life. So that you guys are not just working and working and working and working and, the rest of the world is laughing at us, man, because Americans, all we do is work, and then we work so that we can pay for medication, and pay bills, and that's it. People don't even have money for retirement, which is pretty friggin' sad. So if we can get ahead of that now, and then just start making money now, and get ourselves in a position where you guys are making, if you're making $50,000 a year, at your job, you could put away 10,000, in 5 years, and then we turn those $50,000 into $150,000, and then you turn those $150,000 into $250,000. You know what I mean? And then in like 10 years, you have $1 million. I assure you, it's a lot cooler writing cover calls on $1 million than it is $1,000. But you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. Anyhow, I'm the Credit Savage of Wall Street, baby. Thank you for watching me, man. I really appreciate it. Yeah, man, I appreciate you guys, and I like that you guys like my content. I appreciate being back as well. I'm in okay health. I'm getting over a flu, but I'm here, man, and hopefully I'll make another video soon. I will let you guys know on the Discord, obviously, right? And hopefully, word of mouth gets around, and I'm able to, at some point, if you guys want, and you have a healthy enough portfolio, and then you're banging your head and you're trying to get ideas, we could do a one-on-one and figure it out, man. But until then, we'll just keep making these videos. And like I said, if you guys could have my videos playing in the background and just leave them up, looping, and, going to the next video, that just helps me with the algo. Give me the thumbs ups and all that stuff. And I'll keep making more content. We'll keep going over my Savage 10, which will probably turn into a Savage 20. And then we'll just keep talking about these stocks, because I know it's boring, but boring makes a lot of money, man. And, when it comes to this game, give them nothing, baby. Give them nothing. Because what is our profession? Ow! Ow! It's option writers. baby. We're option riders, and we give them nothing, but we take from them everything. And that's the name of the game, guys. All right, man. Um, I am pretty much done on this one, and I will see you guys. I'm the Savage of Wall Street. Thank you for watching me. May God bless you guys wherever you guys are at. And I will see you guys soon. I'm probably going to make another show soon. So, I'll throw it in the Discord. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow I'll make another video, another live. And then you guys can hop on and get some ideas for Monday. I don't know. We'll see. I'll talk to the wife. Take it easy, guys. And remember, cash is king, but credit is power. However, let's make a lot of cash, man.